Hi ladies, so it's been a long time since I've done a video, and so I feel like I'm a newbie again. My hair looks terrible. Um, so bear with me. I'm going to try to make this fast and get it done as quickly as possible for you. Not a lot of talking because I can get to rambling and remember I'm blind, so I have to kind of look away, but I'm going to help try to look back as much as I can and you see what I'm doing. So first of all, I will start with my moisturizer. I have very dry skin. I think everyone should wear moisturizer. Anyhow, even oily skin should wear moisturizer because you train your skin to say, "Hey, I've got moisture. Stop producing oil." And they do make Unique makes a wonderful product for oily skin. My daughter uses it actually, and it has a sunscreen. These have sunscreen in them, and yeah, you tell your glands to stop making oil. So it actually helps even for oily skin. So there I have my moisturizer on. And so my next step is my primer. Always use my Touch Glorious primer. This will help your makeup stay on longer and also fills in tiny little pore holes and fine lines and just gives your foundation a more flawless finish. Even on my eyelids to help my eyeshadow. I put foundation down my neck too. Okay. Let it dry just a little bit. I use taffeta. Shake it real good. Then you want to open and make sure your dropper is empty so that gets shaken as well. You want to make sure what's in your dropper has been shaken in with the rest of it because it will separate. See, and then fill your shaker. Foundation brush. And I use about 5 drops. Probably big drops. I'm only going to do 4 because those are big drops. It was a new bottle. Turn it to the big side, I think. No, this side. And I'll just dab it around so it gets evenly dispersed. And then blend it. Let's see what I look like without my glasses. Make sure I've got it blended everywhere I need it. And see, I still have little spots. So I'm going to put just a little more on. For some of those spots that I don't like. I could use concealer, but I think this does good enough, and it's not so heavy. Some ladies have, more spots or worry more about them and need a little heavier concealer. Covers tattoos, and it'll do an amazing job. So that's all I need there. I like to take I have an older powder, and I like to just blend it. And then for my eye cover with a powder, just to blend everything, I use a chiffon. I could use taffeta, but I think in the summer my face is just a little dark. My skin's a little darker from the sun. So I'll go with a chiffon, tap it off, and I tap it around. Sure. It's just one tap's all I need, and I get that all around. And so it blends with the taffeta nice, not making my face too dark. You know, if I use chiffon all over my face, it'd be too dark. So I use the mixture of the both. In the winter, I'll go back to taffeta powder. And now they're pretty covered, and then when I put the blush on, it'll cover even better my blush brush. But first, I'm going to use my Beachfront bronzer because I like a little summer glow all over my face. So I just mix it all over and just kind of just everywhere. I don't know how much you can see it, but just a little bit of summer glow. Sculpting Trio, and I did not find my sculpting brush. We're in the process of moving and remodeling, so some things aren't accessible, so I'm going to use my old, I have an old brush. I'm going to see if I can use that. In the dark, got the dark. That will be where I want the contour. It's working all right. Could use my fingers. I often do use my fingers. I've been working at a restaurant, so I haven't been putting makeup on. I've been cooking the last few months. Okay, I'll use my brush to put the highlight on a little bit. Eyes. Pinch it to down the nose. And then I will use my pinky for the side of my nose. And just to do a little blending. There you go, contoured, not hard, makes a big difference. I think everyone should highlight and contour. It just makes such a big difference, and it really doesn't take long. You know, I hear nobody got time for that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And in the move, I lost my blush, my Sweet. So this is a new one. I had trouble opening it. This stuff is so highly pigmented. One thing will last you forever. So just a little tap on the brush and even tap off a little and see if I can do that. Looking in here. And it will last all day. It's highly pigmented. It does not take much blush. You can get too much blush on real easy. Let me do a little blending. Voila. You can still see that spot a little, but from a distance, and I just don't worry about those little things. I could cover them with concealer, but I'm happy. Happy. Let's go on. Now, I got in this month's Kudos some new pigments, and I just can't wait to try. I've been wanting these grays for so long. So I'm going to use Naive first. It's a really light gray, and that's going to be my base. Sometimes I wet my brush, dampen it a little, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to do I gotta make I'm blind. And I'm just going to tap it on. Tap it. Just tap it. And you know, I put that primer on there, so it's going to help it stick and be bright and bold and stay all day. But you just want to tap. No rubbing, just tap. My hair out of my face. when you blend, you'll do a little bit of rubbing. Right now I'm just applying, and you apply a little on top of a little. You put some on, go back and get a little more on your brush and tap it on. So you're layering it on. You don't. Mine on all wrong. My video's hearing you. So you're layering it on just a little at a time. You don't want to try to put it all on at once. It'll be all over your face. Okay. Now the next color I have is Festy. It's a darker gray. And I'm going to put that in my crease lines. I'll use my crease brush. Put that in the crease. I know you can't see this eye. You can see the other eye when I do it. And this I'll do a windshield wiper motion in my crease. I'll do like I'm lining my eye and then in my crease. I'm going to line my eye here. Line it. And then I'll do crease. And I'll windshield wiper my crease. Try not to get it underneath. I want a line underneath. I can't use eyeliner because my eyes skin is so baggy. I love eyeliner, but just too baggy of skin. So I use this liner shader brush and line my eyes with that. And now I'll take, oh my God, love this brush, fabulous. And I use it and I'll just do, and I'll blend my darker, my lighters. You never want to see sharp lines in your makeup. So you want to blend, 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 blend. Blend your makeup. I think I got one eye a little darker maybe. Let's see. How's that? Okay. So, and then what's left, see I tap it, it taps in the lid, and then you just tap it back into the, and then tap it back in. Okay. Love these. They're fabulous, fabulous. And what a great deal they are right now. Kudos. Go online. It's $59. You get 6 of them. And the liner shader brush, $59. Good deal. And right now it's free shipping. So can't beat it. Great deal. This is the new eyeliner brow palette. I haven't quite mastered it yet, but I'm figuring it out as I go. So it's got pinks and, you know, I haven't seen a video on how to use it exactly yet, but I'm going to start with this lighter color here and just kind of make, so I found that one too dark. And I'm going to just make where lines like my brow would be. But this comes, you get this brush with it. And so I just make lines like hair would grow. I have what little bit of brow I have, because, you know, it used to be the thing to pluck them thin, thin, thin. And there also what's left is gray. So I just have to do my brows. Then I have this little squirrely brush here that brushes them out and makes what I did look more like hair, so it looks real natural. Do it like a hair, so just do it straight up and down like my hair would grow. Get my glasses out of the way. So straight up and down like my hair would grow. Follow my natural brow. Just putting some color in there. Then I just run this brush over it to finish it off and get it all smooth. There we go. Eyeshadow and brows done. All I've got to do now is my mascara and lips, and we'll be about done. Get my stuff out of my way. Switch to mascara. I have very little to no eyelashes, and what I do grows straight out. So I must curl. And right now, through January 16th, anything you want to try, if you've been just wanting to try the mascara, everything ships free through January 16th. So no $100 purchase to try anything. You can try anything now, and it ships free. So even if it's a $15 product or whatever, $29 for the mascara, it'll ship for free. So mascara, I opened both tubes. This one, the shorter one, is the fibers. This is the gel. Gel fiber gel. I do gel. Just one quick coat of gel here. Gotta get this closer. I'm blind. Mainly right now I'm focusing on the tips just to make so the fibers stick to the tips, because I only want the fiber on the tips. I don't want it down at the base. I only put the fibers on the tips of my eyelashes just for the length look. My eye. So I'm gonna look down so that the fibers don't fall in my eyes. They'll fall on my cheek if they need to, and I can brush them off. But I'm gonna kind of look down, and I'm closing my eye, and I'm just hitting the tips of my eyelashes. Just the tips, middle to tips. I don't want to go to the base. Just the tips. And if they fall on your face or wherever, it doesn't matter. They're just fibers, and you can brush them off. So you want them to adhere well to the gel. So you want to do it while the gel is wet. Get them stuck on there as much as you like. It doesn't matter what it look like right now. It can look like a clumpy mess. Look like a clumpy mess. You'll see better when I do the other eye. Now I let this eye dry. I'll go back to my gel. Don't pump. I'm notorious bad for pumping. Twist, get gel on there, and then do this eye. Just want to focus mainly on the tips. And you can do your whole eyelash, of course, but it's not like a worry about what it looks like right now. Just get it on there, focus on the tips. Just make sure you got enough on your tips for that fibers to stick to the tips. Okay, back to the fibers, looking down, sticking it on there. Hope y'all can see. I'm going to try to just dabbing it all over the tips as much as I can. You say it doesn't matter now what it looks like, because you're going to straighten it all up later. Got too close to my eye. Okay, so I'm done with the fibers. They can go in there. I got too close to my eye, so I'm going to my eye goes on. That's another good thing for this. I can pull them away from my, because I can feel them getting in my eye. There we go. That's what happens when you get too close to your eye. They get in your eye and they hurt. So now I go back to my gel and I go back to my first eye. And this is when I focus more on straightening the fibers and making them, you got to glue them to your eyelashes. So you've got them glued on there, and then you are stuck on there, and now you got to glue them in the direction you want them, up and longer. And if your fibers are falling off in the middle of the day, you didn't do this good enough. That's the key, is making sure your second coat is thick and adhering those fibers real well to your lashes. It kind of dries, so you have to do it. Make sure that it starts feeling wet again. And you're getting those fibers good and wet and sticking. And this is also pulling them to the tips. Pulling them all the way out to the tips. Making your lashes longer. So gel fiber gel. Don't skip the last step. It's very important. Gel fiber gel. It's going to pull those fibers all the way to the tips. Make your eyelashes longer, fuller. And if you have really long eyelashes, you may not have to mess with this, but I don't have any. And it sure makes a world of difference for my eyelashes. And I know some women put false eyelashes on. Well, this for me is so much easier than false eyelashes. Because I've tried false eyelashes. And I could never get the hang of that. This is easy. I have another brush strictly for, it's a comb, eyelash comb brush, but here again in the move, I don't know where it is. So now I just knock off all the loose. Now I'm going to this eye. You can see. Sorry. Not a good video if you can't see what I'm doing, is it? I like to pull my eyelashes apart a little bit too. That, for me, keeps them separated. Helps me push this in. I know you're not supposed to pull on your eyelids. That's probably why my skin's baggy. Now I'm going to do my bottom lashes real quick. I know this is a terribly long video. I should have skipped the bottoms. I'll make them quick. Just do a quick. Quick, 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 quick. I'll fix them up later. There you go. My eyelashes. What do you think? From none to lashes. I didn't have any lashes before. Okay. Now my lips. Now I go back to my primer, and I put some primer on my lips, and that'll help my lipstick last a little longer during the day. I am terrible about licking my lips. Some of these gals, I've seen them, they wear their lipstick all day. I am a lip licker, so mine doesn't, but this does help quite a bit. And I've done this, I showed y'all this before, but I really just love this technique. I've got, let that dry a little bit. Oh, I'm parched. Let me get a drink, sorry. Need some water. Little different though. I'm going to put some lip liner on here. Pompous. Lip liner stays on better for me than just the lipstick. Looks like I should have exfoliated too. I have my lip exfoliator that I do about every 2 to 3 days. Lip exfoliator. Takes the dead skin off my lips. I have very dry skin. Very, very dry skin. And so I use a lip exfoliator. I also use the Uplift Serum, the Liquid Uplift Serum at night. You can see the light in my eyes. And a moisturizer at night, the night cream. And then I use my day serum, day cream with sunscreen every day. And I still battle with dry patches, but it's the best for my, I could not wear foundation before because of the flaky dry skin. My diabetes causes me to have extremely dry skin. So it's the best product I have found for my dry skin on skincare. And this Uplift Serum, getting rid of these little crow's feet and all these little wrinkles. And I have huge pores. And I don't know if you can tell, but you can't hardly see my pores anymore. And they were huge. I had huge pores. So I am tickled with not seeing my pores. But this is the Victoria Splurge. I know it's an eyeshadow, but I am going to put it on my lips. Not going to just fuss about wear a whole lot. I'm just going to turn this over. It's it's a neutral color. And then I've got, this is I never can remember this name, and it's so tiny and I'm blind. Sentimental. Splash. Now I try to clean this off as much as I can because I don't want a lot of it. And the way this brush, the tip is so fabulous for just, I'm going to try to put it just where I put my lip liner. And then my lip brush, you just push, pull, and up comes the brush. And I'm going to and that Pompous went so well with that splash. And I'm just pulling that into the center of my lips just a little off. Do the corner of my lip. Make it sharp. Okay. And then back to my Victoria's, because I want to tone it down just a little bit. Tone it all back down. So it's not so bright, it's more on the neutral side. And then watch this. Nothing on my hands. It's kissable. It's not too bright. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So there you go. All my makeup is done. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to do more of these real soon. Thanks, ladies.